Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the topic that the External Affairs Minister of India, that is S. Jaishankar, will be going to Pakistan to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting. So everything regarding it. So first of all, about the points of discussion, first we'll be looking at the news, then what is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, then about its significance and relevance from India's perspective, what are the challenges that India is facing, and in the end, prelims practice question. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is international groupings. Question can be asked in both prelims and mains, and when we talk about mains, the questions had been asked from this topic. The news talks about Jaishankar to visit Pakistan for Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting. What is this, or what is the organization, and what is its significance? Significance, challenges, objective, aims, who all are the participants. These are the things which becomes important from the exam, because these are the area from where the question can be asked. As we move forward, Drishti IAS has come up with a IAS GS foundation course in both prelims and mains in an offline mode, and this is in English medium. So Jaipur, that is 7th of October, so the batch has started. So if you want to enroll, you can do it now. Then Lucknow is 16th of October and Karol Bagh, Delhi is 17th of October. If you have slightest of query in your mind, then do give us a call at 8010440440. Now moving back to the topic. So the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be going to Pakistan to attend the SCO meeting, and it will be held in Islamabad, Pakistan. And the meeting is about the heads of government. Now 2024 July also a meeting took place with regard to the SCO, and on behalf of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, External Affairs Minister attended the meeting, and this was in Astana, Kazakhstan, and this year the meeting will be taking place on October 15th and 16th. And when we talk about the SCO meeting with regard to the head of government, so in this meeting it can be that the Prime Minister or the President of the country can also attend, while on the other hand any other higher dignitary can also attend. So from India's part, the External Affairs Minister will be going to attend the meeting in Pakistan. Then if we talk about the earlier meeting which took place in July 2024, so the summit was concluded in Astana, Kazakhstan. Then the External Affairs Minister, that is S. Jaishankar, delivered the Prime Minister's message with regard to addressing the terrorism problems and the climate change problems. Now about the highlights of the SCO Summit 2024 which took place in July. So few of the very important points which took place, or the important happenings which took place during the July 2024 SCO Summit was, first of all, the new membership. So till now, before this July meeting of 2024, SCO consisted of 9 members, but after the July 2024 meeting, a new entrant has been added into the SCO, and the total membership has reached to 10, and the new country which has become officially the new member of the SCO, and that is Belarus. So Belarus has become the 10th member of the SCO. And then the meeting took place in Astana, Kazakhstan. So there was Astana Declaration also which was signed, and it approved 25 strategic agreements on energy, security, trade, finance and information security. So these were basically the topics around which the agreements which has been signed among the SCO countries was done. Then India-China relations. So India-China relations basically emphasized on the need for complete disengagement of troops and restoring peace along the LAC, that is the line of actual control. Next was Make in India and global economic growth. So Make in India and global economic growth. Make in India initiative was highlighted as it was the potential, as it has the potential to make India the manufacturing hub and present India as manufacturing capacity of India in front of the globe. So these were few of the highlights of the SCO Summit 2024. Now let us talk about what is SCO, that is what is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So what basically it is. Now what happened was that how the origin of the SCO took place was that earlier it was, in the starting, it was Shanghai 5. It means that in the starting there were only 5 countries in the SCO, and this was during the time of 1996, and these 5 countries consisted of China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. So you can say basically the Central Asian countries and China and Russia. So in the starting, during the time of 1996, it was Shanghai 5. Then what happened was that Russia got, or the USSR at that point of time, the disintegration of USSR took place in the year 1991. And when the disintegration of USSR took place, around 15 independent countries was formed. And when these different countries was formed, there was one basic concern with regard to these countries, and that was about the extremist religious groups and ethnic tensions. So the point was about the extremist religious groups and the ethnic tensions arising in these countries. So to deal with these fear of extremist religious groups and ethnic tensions, now what happened was a grouping was created. So a grouping was created for the cooperation on security matters in this region. So in this region of, you can say, the Central Asia region, to maintain the security in these regions, a grouping was made, and this grouping is what is SCO, that is the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So SCO was established in the year 2001 June in Shanghai, and it is an international organization. So earlier, which was Shanghai 5, which consisted of China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Then one more member was added to it, and the 6th member was the Uzbekistan. 6th member was the Uzbekistan. Then apart from these six members, then in the year 2017, India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan became members of the SCO, and the total number of membership reached to 8. Then in the year 2023, one more member was added, and that was Iran, and the total number of membership reached 9. And recently in the year 2024 July, one more member has become its full-time member, and that is Belarus. So as of now, the total number of membership, or the total members of the SCO, stands at 10. And apart from these full-time members, there are 2 observer states also, and these 2 observer states are Mongolia and Afghanistan. Mongolia and Afghanistan. So if we talk about the 10 members, then they are India, Iran, Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan and Belarus. So SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, is basically very important for India when it comes to its relation with the Central Asian countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and more. Now look at this map, and this map talks about member states of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and Belarus has become the recent member in the year 2024. So it consists of Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, India, Pakistan, China, Iran and Belarus. Now let us talk about that what is the significance of SCO for India. So the significance of SCO for India is that, first of all, SCO becomes very, very important for India with regard to the security measures and handling the security measures in connection with the Central Asian countries. So addressing the security issues in Asia with primarily Asian members, and it also establishes India's relationship with other Central Asian countries. Then Russia and China view it as an alternative to the Western international order. So this, because the other countries like the Europe, they have their own groupings, America, they have their own groupings. So India must also have a grouping in which the Asian members, or the Asia must also have a grouping in which the Asian members are able to coordinate with each other. Then if we talk about, then SCO represents around 40% of the world's population. That is very obvious, because 2 of the world's most populous countries like India and China are members of SCO. Then member countries contribute approximately around USD 23 trillion 23 trillion to global GDP. So when it comes to the world population and contribution with regard to the GDP, so SCO countries are playing a very important role, and two of the very fast developing nations or whose GDP is developing at a very faster rate are also members of SCO, like for example India and China. Now, what is the relevance for India? So if we talk about then with regard to regional cooperation, so SCO membership allows India to enhance cooperation with Central Asian countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and improving relations since their formation in the year 1991, that is the disintegration of the USSR. Then it also facilitates communication with major regional actors on common security issues. So basically SCO moves around the security issues. Then comes counter-terrorism efforts. Now counter-terrorism efforts focuses is that the regional anti-terrorist structure. So there is a RATS, that is the regional anti-terrorist structure within the SCO, which is permanent in nature. So this regional anti-terrorist structure is a significant permanent structure within the SCO, and it helps countries like India with counter-terrorism exercises, intelligence analysis, and sharing information on terrorist movements. So it basically talks about the or deals with the terrorist movements and terrorist activity in the SCO region. Now, what are the challenges for India? So that is managing bilateral ties remain good, and also managing the bilateral ties, because India in SCO is also dealing with countries with whom India is not sharing good relationships. Like for example, India's partners, or India is sharing land border with them, like for example Pakistan and China. So biggest challenge for India is that within the grouping, India also have to manage its own relationship with its neighbors. Then it also has to deal with China's growing initiative like the Belt and Road Initiative of China. Then second becomes the balancing ties with China and Russia, as we just discussed. Then addressing regional security concerns. Now the security concerns that India has is that Pakistan is not doing well when it comes to security aspects. Terrorism is very, very prominent in Pakistan. Then comes Afghanistan. Then as of now, Bangladesh is also not doing well, even though Bangladesh is not a member of SCO, but still. Then comes China, and China and India and at border is not at good terms, and there has been clashes very frequently with India and China at borders. Then managing relations with Pakistan and ensuring economic benefit to all the members of the SCO. So now there is a limitation to the Central Asian countries who are member of the SCO, that they are basically the landlocked countries, and when they are the landlocked countries, they do not have access to the port, or they do not have access to any water body. So this becomes a problem for them. Now in the end, there's a prelims MCQ, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section. So Belarus officially became the member of SCO in which year? And that is 2023, 2024, 2022 and 2017. So give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time. Keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.